ice range stretches for many leagues in all directions. Much is unexplored. Most is dangerous to Ghult and Hellas. But this is new. Ghult have not ventured to this area. It does not smell right, feel right. The ground is black, no light, just heat. In the distance are large stone blocks. We see movement ahead, on the dark. Are these the intruders? They are approaching, attacking. With our blades and guns, we welcome them. Whoa!
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Battlerune. I am doing a campaign for this alpha set of miniatures rules. We are currently at Battle B, which is going to be a larger game of 25 shards instead of 15 as per in Battle A. And before we continue, please take a moment to like and subscribe, ring the bell, add some comments. Thank you very much in advance. Now then, in the previous game, in terms of the narrative, we were playing as the Ghult clan, and we came up against the Hellas, both of which are miniatures and factions brought to us by Archvillain Games. The rules and the miniatures, that is. The Hellas had found some evidence of what's happening in the ice range between our two empires. Whoops, knocked the camera. And after the battle, I found that there was an alien corpse that they had discovered and were sort of keeping from us. The corpse had some kind of communicator and locator, which led us into the ice range to find out what this alien, I wouldn't call them invaders, but this alien force was doing on our world. So we traveled to the ice range and we came across, it's called the Approach. And now this campaign has actually been designed following Napo from Awkward Turtle Games. But we have to go through a number of areas before we can get to what that containment center is hiding and what this alien force is after. And this alien force is the Demon Star faction. Think of them like demon marines. So the containment area basically has, first of all, like what they call it, approach. And this approach goes out about half a mile from the center of this containment center. We rolled up, when we were creating the campaign, we rolled up the black hole, which is represented here. Let me quickly read to you what it says for the black hole. From a distance, this approach appears to be a great void, an absence rather than a presence. Closer inspection reveals the black hole as a flat, hard substance that seems to absorb all light that tries to illuminate it. A huge amount of absorbed heat radiates off it during the day and even a considerable time into the night. What else? The surface is cracked into large irregular pieces, each tipped at slight angles. So I've tried to represent it here with these angled sort of plates or sort of sections of surface that have kind of erupted or risen or sort of angled themselves. So that's kind of represented by these irregular shapes there. Now this is just a very quick and simple terrain setup. Again, because this series is more about the rules and the miniatures rather than the actual terrain. Right, so what we have here are the Demon Star, which are going to be starting in one corner, and the Ghult, which is what I'm going to be playing, in the other corner. And the quest that we are doing for this mission is called the Valley of Death. So each player chooses a corner to deploy their units, and for victory, After 5 rounds, the player with the unit closest to the opposing corner wins. So it's kind of a rush, but at the same time it's a defense. So basically I've got to get at least one of my units closer to that corner, then these guys get closer to this corner. I have deployed in a 6-inch square from each corner. The the table is actually 36 inches by 30 inches. So it's not quite a 3x3, but it's decent enough size for this game. The rule book actually, where is the rule book? Here it is. The rule book actually says that for a battle, 25 shard battle, it should be played on a 6x3. I think for standard size miniatures, that would be fine. But remember, I have actually scaled down the miniatures by 50%. So these are only sort of 15mm scale. So on a 6x3, it may not look so good. But it's okay. Having a smaller board makes a quicker game. It's fine. But like I say, for battles, they do recommend that this is done on a larger board. Right, now, because I am playing solo, I need to have some kind of AI for the opposition. So I'm using 5 parsecs from home again. And for the Demon Star faction, what I've chosen is the aggressive AI. So being demons, I'm expecting them to be a lot more bloodthirsty, a lot more violent, a lot more aggressive. So these guys are going to charge forward probably a bit more than the Hellas. They're more likely to go into melee combat if they get the opportunity. There is no Kratios this time. Ha ha! However, there is a Dreadnought. That Dreadnought is a little bit nasty. However, one thing I noticed is it doesn't have armor, which could be quite important. On the downside, the thing is, where is it? It is colossal in size. So it's even bigger than the Kratios, which also means it's going to be doing more damage. Just as a reference, the Kratios was huge. So when the Kratios was attacking or shooting a medium-sized defender, a human-sized defender, it was doing +2 damage. And that scared me. However, this Dreadnought is colossal. It's doing +4. +4 damage to a medium-sized defender. One more thing before we begin. I did actually double check something. In the last game, I think I made a comment that the Slaw, these 2 guys here, are supposed to be huge. And when I actually put them against the Hellas figures, they were kind of the same size as a large enemy, not the huge enemy. The Kratios was determined as being huge. So the Slaw should have been roughly the same size as the Kratios, but they weren't. I did actually check. When you look at like their sort of group photo that they release when they release the figures, when Archvillain Games release the figures, they release like a group photo. It states that the Slaw should be on a 75mm base. However, when you actually look at the files, the STLs, it's only a 50mm base. And the size is correct. When I scaled it down 50%, this is correct. So I'm not sure if the STLs are too small or whether the entry in the unit rulebook, the army rulebook, is wrong. But these are not on actual, these models, if you print them at full size, they are not actually on a 75mm base. They're on a 50mm base. We'll see. We'll carry on as per usual. They're going to count as being huge again for the purposes of this game. This is the Ghult that I will be playing as. We have, in terms of deployment, we have, where is he? We have our champion here. I named him Drak Hellfall. He's a ranged mundane champion. I have changed one of his abilities. I got rid of evasion and I increased his range. So now he now has range of 12 inches. We've then got a Slaw with a double barrel pistol and shield. We have the Slaw with the Starfist and shield, which has that cannon. We've got the Kern Loch to give us that inspiration. We've got the Kern with the sledgehammer. And then we have 3 Kern with rifles, here, here, and here. Also, because this is now a 25 shard game, we have more units. So we also have a Varrock. This is a huge enemy. So this actually is a huge model. So the Slaw should be roughly the same size as the Varrock, but the figures are not. Again, I need to double check whether it's the figures that are wrong or whether it's the rules that are wrong. But yeah, but the Varrock is another huge enemy. He's equipped with, he's got armor, multi-shot, and ranged of 6. However, he does have a rocket launcher, you can see here, but it's only used once per game. 18-inch artillery, blast of 4 inches, and pierce of 1. Now, pierce ignores armor. So if you've got a pierce of 1, it ignores armor 1. If you have an enemy with armor 2, then they only have armor 1 against this weapon here. So it's a pretty big boomy. We also have, not on camera, but I will bring them down. We also have 2 Galloglass. Now, these are large. They are infantry, but they are ambushers. So they do not have to deploy at the start of the game. They are both ranged. One of them has a rifle with multi-shot. The other one has a chain fist and rifle. And the chain fist is pretty nasty in melee combat. But he doesn't have that multi-shot rule. So what does ambush do? Okay, the ambush rule. This unit does not have to be placed on the battlefield during the deploy phase. At the beginning of any round after the first, before initiative is rolled, you may deploy this unit onto the battlefield. It cannot be deployed within 12 inches of an opposing unit or objective. If both players are attempting to deploy ambush units on the same round, each player rolls 2d6. The player who rolled lowest places first. And yes, the opposition also has ambush troops. So this is the Ghult, and these guys are going to be deployed during the game. Over here we have the deployment of the Demon Star faction. We have the champion, which I'm using one of their headhunter models. This is Ungroth, Exarch of Lies. He is a melee mundane. Also, I've used a large rule for this, so essentially he's exactly the same as the Hellas champion. The only difference is in terms of the type. This guy is chaos bred and a warrior. He's not human. We then have the Dreadnought, the colossal unit. This thing counts as a siege rank. It has 5 hit points, 5 attack, 5 defense, but as I mentioned just now, no armor. So I don't know whether that's going to be an issue. He has lumbering. Now, lumbering means that they cannot move and shoot. So he's going to be of limited use in terms of reaching the other corner. He does have multi-shot and multi-attack, so he has a lot of attacks at range and also close up. Now, one of his attacks is ranged. It's 12 inch and it has this thing called suppression fire. Can't find that in the rules, so I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work, so we'll probably forget that, but it also has a knockback of 2 inches. So if you get shot or hit by this thing, as well as taking any necessary damage, you're also going to get knocked back 2 inches. We have, where are they? 2 here and 2 there. We've got a total of 4 heavy infantry. These guys have ranged weapons, 18 inches, which are energy, but again, I haven't confirmed exactly the issue with the contradiction in the rules regarding the different types of damage. So again, we're just treating all damage as the same. But they do have 18-inch guns and they have potent. Now, potent means they do +1 damage. Scary. What else is there? We also have 3 light infantry. These guys have evasion and deathless. Now, deathless is after being reduced to 0 hit points, you have to roll a d6. On a 5 or 6, they get 1 hit point, get back up, and can fight again. However, each unit can only do that 1 time. It is a 1-use ability. And finally, we have 2 Drurakad Riders. These are cavalry. What else? So these guys are the ones with ambush. So again, these will be coming on the board later on. multi-attack, and they do have pack tactics, which gives them +1 damage if they're within 6 inches of another chaos bred. Now, there are some spelling mistakes in the unit rulebook, but it's fine. Right, in terms of Battlerune, the Ghult have the same as last time. They are continuing with the Morrigan Battlerune. The Demon Star faction have their Armoros Battlerune. There are 2 abilities. They also have a loyalty ability. Pandemonium. Choose an allied unit. All units within 6 inches must use their next action to attack the closest unit to them, regardless of owners. Units may resist this with a contested roll, magic against magic 2. So it seems easy to succeed, possibly. 2d6 plus the magic stat. We'll just have to see. But yeah, you can use this ability to basically make your enemy fight itself. You've also got Blood Frenzy. Target an allied unit. That unit is reduced to 1 hit point and gains Deathless, Fearless, Haste, which gives an additional action point. So they'll have 3 action points. Multi-attack, so they can get extra attacks, and +2 attack ATK value until the end of the game. My god, it makes them berserkers. What else is there? Okay, loyalty bonus. If you have any Chaos Bred, which is the type for this army, Blood Frenzy also gives flight. So as well as all those other things, Deathless, Fearless, Haste, Multi-attack, +2 attack, you also get the ability of flight. Right, that is the board, the terrain, the quest, and the deployment. Also a few notes about the units. Let us start the battle with our first turn initiative. Okay, so initiative for the first round. The Ghult are getting a +1 because the Kern Loch has Inspiration 1, which gives a +1. So, red dice for the demons, black dice for the Ghult. 8, 9 against 4, so the Ghult will go first. Now, I think at the moment, absolutely nothing is in range. Of course it isn't. So I think everything's going to rush. But with Battlerune, you're doing it unit by unit, model by model. So this is actually going to take longer since you're alternating unit by unit. I'm not sure how that's going to work on the biggest scale of game in Battlerune, where you have 40 shards. I'm not sure whether that's going to be too many miniatures to move one by one, alternating. We'll have to see. Right, so for the Ghult, for the first activation, I'm going to move Sledgehammer Boy. First turn's done, nothing was within any kind of shooting range, so it was just a case of rushing everybody. The Dreadnought, because it's on the slope, counts as difficult terrain, so it only moved half. So standard move is 4, so rushing makes 6, so he just moved 3 inches. And yeah, so that's the first turn. No ambushes yet. So we've still got the Druraka Riders over there. We've still got the Gallo Glass over there. Oops, sorry, over here. I'm not going to bring them on just yet. I want the sort of forces to spread out a little bit more. Maybe starting next turn, I'll roll a dice to sort of maybe force it, see if the demons will sort of come on just because of their impetuousness, maybe. I should note that both sides do have 11 units each, so in terms of activations, they both have the same amount. Right, it is turn 2. Roll through for initiative. Again, Ghult get a +1. Ghult are black. We get 6, 8. So the demons are going first in turn 2. For deployment, I wasn't doing necessarily the closest enemy to the enemy side of the board, but from turn 2 onwards I will be, because in turn 1 it didn't really matter. So I think this guy is the closest to the corner, so I will activate him first. For the demons, right, enemy in sight, yes. Enemy within range, I highly doubt it, because this guy is light infantry, And the light infantry do not have ranged weapons. Ooh, okay. Well, I mean, they're demons, they're demon stars. I mean, I'm expecting them to be aggressive and trying to rush into hand-to-hand combat anyway. So this guy's just going to rush, try and stay within cover if possible. Enemy within 12 inches? Nope. So again, this guy's going to run. Now the question is, will he go this way or will he go that way? All right, so this guy's going to run, going to leg it because they're demons, and he's probably going to get about there. Zonk. Hugging the cover as much as he can, again to prevent fire from over here. So that's the demon's first activation. Now it is mine. Now what are the Ghult going to do? Like I said, I've got to react to this. The other one's probably going to come around as well. Because the thing is, I've got my sledgehammer boy. He can't charge. To charge, you've got to be within normal move range. Then I'm going to activate the Kern with the rifle, and he's going to move. He's going to get to here. Okay, he's probably within charge range, but that's fine. So the Kern with the rifle is going to come here. I hope you can see him on the camera. He's not hidden too much. Oh, you can just see the top of his head. Okay. So the Kern here is going to shoot at the demon Amari light infantry guy. So I'll just put that there to remember that I have actually activated him. But he's got quick shot. His weapon has a range of 12. So he's well within range. He is 5.5 inches away, so well within range. Right, he has an attack of 2, no bonuses. The demon has a defense of 2 as well. He has evasion, but this is not an attacking opportunity, so it doesn't matter. So it is 2 versus 2. Right, so the quick shot attack. Here we go. Here we go. Welcome to the channel. Automatic miss, no matter what. Okay, and then we'll take a normal shot for his second action. Oh my word! We missed that as well. Not a good start. Right, back to the demons. Right, the next closest I think is this guy here. I think he's probably going to run around this way again to try and make the most use of the cover as per the AI. So he can run 12. I'll stop him just at the edge so that he could potentially get cover there. He can't do anything else. Right, back to the Ghult. I was kind of hoping that this guy would be taken out because then my leader could just come up and shoot the next one to come around the corner. But I'll leave the leader for the moment, the champion. I'll come over here. Now, I do have options here with these Kern with rifles. I can use one action to aim, in which case I'll get +1 attack and +1 damage. But then I won't be able to do the quick shot, so it will just be 1 shot instead of 2. At the moment I'm doing 1 damage per shot, but that +1 to attack could make a difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rotate the figure just so that he's facing him, but it doesn't count as movement. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to aim with this guy. Like I say, he does have quick shot, but I think I'd rather take the aim because it gives me a +1 attack. So instead of making 2 rolls at normal, I'm getting 1 roll at a +1. So I'm thinking like that. But is he within? Oh no, he's not in range. He's. Oh, hang on. I need to double check this because it's very close. I should have checked that first, shouldn't I? He's just out of range, so I have to move. Okay, so forget that. I will move and shoot. Now I've got to get within range, so I'm going to stay outside of his 8-inch charge. I didn't over there, but what the hell. I'm going to do it over here. So I'll move him to here, way out in the open. Easy target for somebody else. But he's going to shoot at this guy. Now I am saying that this guy, because he is around the corner here, he will get partial cover, which does give him +2 defense. So that guy, the demon's defense is now 4, my attack is now 3, but I do have 2 shots. So the quick shot, so I got plus 2, so 8, 10. He has plus 2, so I hit. So I do 1 damage. So he's on half health. Bonk. 1 wound. Second shot, the normal shot. Oh, yes, that's very good. So he gets 8 plus 4 is 12. I have 11 plus 2 is 13. I hit again. I do another damage, which is enough to kill him. So, 1 more wound. He did. First blood goes to the Ghult. Right, now he's back to the demons, and the demons, this guy is now closer here, so he's going to do the same thing. He's going to run around the corner. Exactly the same thing. Gets to there. Okay, back to the Ghult. Who's going to go next? Okay, well these guys don't really have any targets yet. Nope. The leader does, the champion does, so the champion is going to move over here. Oh, never mind. Okay, so we're going to move over here because I want to get cover from the dreadnought. I'm not so concerned about these guys, it's that dreadnought and his blooming guns. So the champion is going to run over to here. Let's move that out of the way. So there. He now has longer range weapons. I got rid of evasion and gave him longer range weapons instead. So he's now in range of these guys. So he is going to shoot the guy closest to the cover. I don't know why, just fancy it because we missed him last time. So the champion is going to shoot at that guy there. The champion has quick shot and attack of 4. The demon has a defense of 2. So 4 against 2. Quick shot first, because he moved. And, oh, we rolled the same thing. But luckily I have a higher value of attack versus defense. So I hit. And I do 1 damage to that guy there. Second shot. Again, 4 against 2. Again, we rolled exactly the same, but because my attack is higher, I hit again. We do another point of damage, and he goes down. Yeah, probably not the best terrain or game to bring light infantry who are melee only. Oh, hang on, they're deathless, aren't they? Oh, I forgot about that. Hang on. I forgot about the deathless rule. Right, so deathless. Where is it? After being reduced, roll a 5 or 6 on the d6 and then can continue. Right, let's do that. So, I forgot about that, sorry. I do tend to get excited during games and forget stuff. So the guy over there, 4, he doesn't come back. The one over here, oh, he ain't dead. He ain't dead yet. Okay. So he's back on 1 hit point, so I'll just use a little token. Oh, he ain't quite dead yet. I'm getting better. I feel happy. Wow, okay, maybe these light infantry is not so bad for this type of terrain. But because there's not a lot of cover, normally sort of melee needs cover to move up. But okay, I forgot all about the deathless thing. But yeah, okay, it saved one of them. He's got 1 hit point left. That's not good at all. And that was my champion's turn. Oh no, there's 2 of them to charge. Uh-oh, this could be a problem. Right, the next demon to activate is the guy here. Now he has a potential range of 24. He'll move of 6 and then 18 inch. So we can get the sledgehammer. Can you get anybody else? Not really, he hasn't really got a clear shot. So he's going to move 6 inches to there. He's going to take a shot at, Can't see those guys. Well, he could shoot Slaw as well, but I think he's going to shoot Sledgehammer Boy, who's in range. So he has 2 to attack. Sledgehammer has a 1 to defense. Oh no, hang on. He's a heavy infantry. He's got 3 attack, potent 1, and the Sledgehammer has defensive 1. So it's 3 against 1. Oh dear. Right, 3 against 1. For 5 against 7, 10. So he hits, but he has potent, so he's doing +1 damage. And he can't utilise the shield other rules. So the Sledgehammer takes 2 wounds. Where are the wounds at? There they are. So he takes 2 wounds. And he's dead. First blood goes to Demon Star. I mean, well, not first blood, their first blood. The heavy infantry guy shoots my Sledgehammer Boy into oblivion. So yeah, that's where the Sledgehammer was. So I put the model over there. He hadn't activated, so we do lose his activation token. Right, that was the demon. Now for the Ghult. What shall I do for the Ghult? Now I've got the Slaw left here. I've got all these guys. These guys don't really have any targets at the moment. I mean, they can't see that guy. I mean, the Varrock's rocket launcher is artillery, so he doesn't need line of sight, but it's only once per game, so I don't really want to waste it on a heavy infantry. So I think I'm going to activate the Slaw. He's only got a range of 6, so what I'll do for this guy is I'll just run him around to sort of provide some cover for the leader, because the leader is now within 1 inch, so if I need to, I can use shield other, I think that's how it's going to work. Right, so that is Ghult. Now we are back to Demon Star, the demonic. Who's closest? It is now, oh, it's the Dreadnought. Now the Dreadnought has a ranged weapon. Okay, ranged energy 12 inch or suppression fire 18 inch knockback. Again, but does the suppression fire do damage? I think it should do. Knockback 2 inches. It's only 18 inches, and I don't think anything is within 18 inches. So no. So AI, enemy in sight, yes. Enemy within range, no. Advance at least half a move towards enemy attempting to remain in cover. There's not a lot of cover, to be honest. So what this guy's going to do, what the Dreadnought's going to do, is he's going to move further up the slope. So he can run 6, halved is 3. Sure, he's going to move up to there. And he is done. Back to the Ghult. I could utilise guard. It's kind of like an Overwatch thing. At the moment, I think I don't want to move all my guys too far forward, because then they can use their ambush to sort of suddenly appear. That's a point. Yeah, because they can't appear within 12 inches. So actually, 12 inches is quite restricting, isn't it? You can't appear within 12 inches of an enemy, so that's actually very restrictive. Will they be able to come on a board like this with everybody spread out? Probably not. So I may not be able to use my ambushes because they just can't appear. That's not good. Hadn't thought of that. I've got to try and get towards that corner. So I'm going to move this Kern. He can move 8, so run is 12, so he's going to move there. Oops. It's a rush. He doesn't get his free shot, so he's done. Right, demons. Who's the next closest? Next closest is this guy here. So this guy is going to take a shot at the Slaw. So he's getting +1 for aiming. So he's getting an attack of 4. The Slaw has a defense of 5 +2 for partial cover, so it's 7. So 4 against 7. 4, 8, 7. No. No, deflects off the shield quite easily. Okay, so that's that demon gone. Okay, what do you think? Just checking the AI. Enemy in sight, yes. Enemy within range, yes. Enemy within 12, no. Advance at least half towards remaining cover. Nah, he'd have shot. He'd have shot. make more sense. Let's move the law. So the law has a move of 8, so I will bring him up behind here. Activation counter, activation token. Right, not shooting. Right, next activation is... who's closest? This guy's closest. Only got these 3 guys left, so this guy's closest. What can he do? Well, you can see the Varrock. The Varrock's going to get cover. Can he see these guys? Not enough. Yeah, the height of this slope here is basically blocking. You can only see the heads. That's not enough to take a shot. But he can see the Varrock. Now, will he aim and shoot? No, because he's not in range, is he? But he can move and shoot. So he is going to... okay, enemy within range, no. So advance until within... yeah, okay, so he's going to advance. He can move forward 6. So he's going to move to that corner there, stay in sort of cover. The Varrock is now in range. She's just taking a normal shot. Right, so the heavy infantry have an attack of 3. The Varrock has armor and a defense of 4. Okay. Oh no. Varrock fluffs it up. Oh no. Right, so it hits. He has potent, so it's doing 2 damage. But Varrock has armor, so he still takes just 1. Now the Varrock has 4 hit points, so 3 more. Right, that is the Demon Star. Now it's back to the Ghults. Now all I have left are the Varrock and the Slaw. I kind of want the Slaw to stay near the corner here, so those Druraka riders can't suddenly come behind us. So he's kind of keeping that block. Is anything in range? Now he was in range of the Varrock, wasn't he? So he... oh no, he's just outside of range of the Slaw. No! Nuts. And the Varrock only has a 6-inch range normally, but he does have his boom gun. So what I will do is I will activate the Varrock, I think, just to get closer. So he's got a speed of 6, so he can move a total of 9. I'm saying that you can move through allies. So he will move to there. Yes, I know the Dreadnought can see him now, probably. Whatever. So the Varrock has now gone back to the Demons. The Demons have got 2 guys left. Heavy infantry goes first. So what's this guy going to do? That Varrock looks tempting as a target. Is he within range? No. So, but again, this guy could actually come around this way and shoot the Kern, who wouldn't get cover. So yeah, he'll do that. So this infantry, heavy infantry, will come around to here and shoot the Kern there. Yeah, there's not enough cover there. So he's going to get a shot at the Kern with the rifle, and he has an attack of 3. The Kern with rifle has a defense of 2, so 3 versus 2. I'm not going to say there's any cover, in that case it's too little. So 8 plus 3 is 11, 8 plus 2 is 10, so he hits. But again, we've got potent, so he does 2 damage, which means the Kern with the rifle goes down. Oh no! Oops. Right, oh no, second Kern down. That's not good at all. Right, back to the Ghult. We have 1 activation each left. They have their champion, and I have my Slaw. Again, the Slaw doesn't really have any targets. Yeah, I think they need some support over here. So the Slaw's just going to move. Slaw can move 6. So he's just going to move... yeah, that's all he can do. So he's just going to move over here to assist. Maybe he can provide, like I say, that shield other to that Kern there. Right, that's all the Ghult activated. Why do I still have a... oh yeah, that's right. I've got my 2 Galaglass. I've got 2 activations left for them, but I'm not using them just yet. Right, back to the Demon Star. They've got one activation left. They have the Druaka Riders here. But it is the champion. The champion is Bele, so he's just going to run. And he has a speed of 6, so he can move 9. Yeah, he's just going to move up to the corner here. Get some cover at least. Right, that is the end of turn 2. Things are not looking good for the Ghult. We have 2 people down. They have 1 because one of the others came back from the dead. Not good at all.